Hey guys, welcome back to the Stealthy Vlog. Today we are out in the fog. I woke up at about 2:30 in the morning and looked out and was like, what is all this gray foggy stuff? So I grabbed my Mamiya 7 and some film and headed out. I was shooting with some HP5 metered at 800 and I overdevelop it a little bit so it's around 1200 ISO. So when you're shooting on film at night in the dark and doing long exposures, there is this thing called reciprocity. And that is when you shoot a film at a higher ISO, certain films don't expose well, so you have to expose them a little bit longer. And you have to look at a spreadsheet for each type of film to see what the reciprocity is. But I just always lean on the side of overexposure, so for this one it was a minute. Now it's kind of spooky walking around at like 2:30 in the morning at night when you can barely see like 200 feet in front of you with the fog, but it also is like amazing and super beautiful as you see the light coming through in the rays. Also, I recently picked up a Fujifilm X-T4, so that is what I used to shoot this video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm kind of changing up my style a bit. Drop a comment or something. So I took two exposures. One was 30 seconds and one was a full minute. And you can see the difference between the two. I prefer the first one just because of the contrast, but the second one is a little bit nicer. I don't know. What do you guys think? You might be wondering, yo Brandon, what lens are you using? Well, I'm using the 43mm 4.5 as well as the 80mm f4 lens. Now these are the widest and the standard lens for the Mamiya 7 series, and they both are amazing. The wideness of the 43 just covers everything you need for a shot, but it's also just perfect. Like, it's not too wide, but it's also really wide. I don't know. That makes sense, but I just really like the focal length of it. I am thinking about making some in-depth videos about each different lens, so keep an eye out for that. One of the nice things about shooting at like 3 in the morning is that there's no one around to bother you, and you can just sit and reflect on life while your 1 or 2 minute exposures are being taken. I'm just playing. I was scrolling on Instagram most of the time. But fog is a very interesting thing. We don't get it a lot over here in the valley, but once in a while we get it and it's just amazing. I know in other parts of the country and other parts of the world, they get a ton of fog and a lot of people hate it. But for me, I find it super interesting because it kind of separates what you're able to see. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It makes for some cool photos and gives it a really unique effect. fog was already passing through the area, so I went fog chasing and basically just followed the cloud and went and found some more cool spots that would make for some great photos. I saw a few cars out at night, but honestly I think there was like 6 that I saw the whole time I was out shooting. I had mentioned earlier that I like to bracket my shots when shooting long exposures. So I did my first one at 2 minutes, and then 1 minute, and then about 15 seconds. And you can see the difference between the 3. So this video is a little bit short, but it was like 4 in the morning when I shot it, so I wanted to get some sleep for the next day. But thanks for watching, and I'll be coming out with some new videos pretty soon, so keep an eye out. And also, check out my Instagram to see more. Okay, see you guys next week.